Rin Asogi is a beautiful, sexy woman in her mid-20s who gained immortality thousands of years prior to Episode 1. As a result of her amazing near-perfect immortality, Rin Asogi not only stays alive for thousands of years, but her immortality resurrects from the dead when she suffers a gruesome death. Meaning that Rin Asogi can still experience death, but her immortality resurrects her perfectly, as if nothing happened to her. Her beautiful, sexy body stays perfectly the same no matter what, meaning that no matter how gruesome she dies, her immortality restores her perfectly. She can still remember how she dies and still learn new things, as Rin Asogi is a very smart woman. Her immortality also acts like a stasis for her amazing, sexy body, meaning that her body will never change no matter what. Thanks to her immortality, Rin's amazing body stays the same no matter how long she stayed alive as an aging disease. Rin cannot even get fat, nor her body doesn't get affected by drugs no matter how much drugs she takes. Not even bioweapons affects her, which showcase later in the episode. The downside of immortality made Rin Asogi infertile, meaning she cannot get pregnant, but Rin Asogi made this feature a positive side effect, as Rin Asogi is a hedonistic woman that enjoys the nightlife and engages one-night stands and casual sex unprotected, and her hymen is still regenerate afterwards, meaning that Rin Asogi always stays a virgin no matter what. As a result of amazing immortality, combine that of a woman with an amazing body, and she is youthful and has beauty. On top of that, you have a smart woman that is hedonistic and secretly a masochist. Then you have the perfect recipe for a Aruagiro anime with an amazing story. Reason why Episode 1 is my most favorite episode is because the story of Episode 1 revolves around Rin Asogi attempting to solve a mystery for her client, as her client has no memory of what happened. Rin Asogi was attempting to get more information about this mysterious pharmaceutical company that her client was involved with. Here we see Rin Asogi infiltrate the company's private party and start casually flirts with one of the company's top managers.
Yes, it's a pleasure, miss.
Believe me, sir, the pleasure's all mine.
As stated before, since Rin Asogi is a beautiful, sexy, youthful woman with immortality, Rin Asogi effortlessly got the manager to take her to a private room where they can engage in casual sex. For Rin Asogi, she has no shame nor qualms of sleeping with a stranger, as she does this in her spare time. That's why the scene transitioned to a sexy shower scene where it's clear that Rin Asogi has zero qualms of using her sexy body like a disposable tool, as she knows her immortality is the ultimate safety net. To Rin, her body is just another tool for her end goals. As Rin Asogi was successful with her mission of infiltration, she was attacked and barely made out alive. Here in this scene, Rin Asogi is talking to her partner in crime, Mimi, and she is looking up all the data that Rin Asogi has provided to her. Here, Mimi is noticing that the company has something sinister going on, and they may be conducting something horrible. Bewild, Rin Asogi starts acting horny as she knows that her case for client is outright dangerous, and as woman with immortality, this is perfect for her. Since Mimi is telling her that the data that she provided is corrupted, Rin Asogi decided to go all out and wants to use her immortality, which is her amazing body, for this investigation. Later, the scene transitioned to my most favorite scene, which Rin Asogi infiltrating the research facility. Why is this my most favorite scene? Is because this scene showcases how Rin Asogi utilized her immortality, and Rin Asogi knew full well that going in the facility is suicide, and she has a very high chance of dying, and she will die horribly. And yet Rin Asogi wants it. But because she dragged her client, she respectfully asked him if he wants to turn away, but her client insisted. Rin Asogi honor her client decision. So later in the scene, Rin Asogi and her client push forward, and as they manage to in a private room pretending to be cleaner workers, Rin Asogi noticed the guard is armed, and this is foreshadowing that Rin Asogi has entered a lethal destination, and there is no going back. Once her and client gained privacy in the room, they took off their disguised cleaner worker clothes, and they were wearing dark clothing underneath. While Rin's client was wearing dark clothes like thief, Rin Asogi dark clothing suspiciously looks erotic and sexual. They climb into the vents and start moving forward. Rin's client notices that her dark clothing is usually skin-tight. Rin's black clothing is so skin-tight that Rin's client can see the outline of her ass and vagina, which makes Rin client wonder if Rin is even wearing any underwear underneath, and the answer to that is a solid no because Rin Asogi is anticipating to die. As Rin knows that she is going to die, she figured to wear minimalist clothes as possible, meaning that all she is wearing is skin-tight pants and upper long-sleeve shirt, which is also skin-tight that you can see the outline of Rin's amazing breast. She is wearing those clothes for this event. Here Rin noticed something and asked her client to pass a light cigarette that got from the guard earlier, as Rin knew that the vents will have a laser alarm system. I like this small scene because here it serves as a reminder that Rin Asogi is a woman with beauty and has amazing body. That also includes an amazing ass, which this was her downfall because her amazing ass failed her as she was attempting to slip through the lasers.
Don't you dare finish that sentence.
Okay.
Now here is my most favorite scene. Rin Asogi knew the investigation was very dangerous. Rin Asogi knew that entering the facility was suicidal. Yet Rin Asogi did it anyway because Rin Asogi is craving to use her amazing body, meaning that Rin Asogi wants to die and wants the death to be very sensational. When Rin Asogi is strapped at a weird chair inside at an empty large room with a mad woman that is giving her a very sensational nipple twist and kiss, which, by the way Rin's clothes is so skin-tight that we can see the outline of her amazing breast and nipple. Rin wore these skin-tight clothes on purpose, and here's Rin Asogi is looking at the crazy, twisted mad woman. This is when Rin Asogi knew that she came to the right place to die. Reason why Rin wants to die is because to Rin death is like a timeout for her, and she wants to feel that is still real. Despite Rin loves her existence, and she loves the fact that she is a woman with youth, beauty, she is perpetually in her mid-20s with an amazing body and is in healthy shape. She has the unbelievable near-perfect immortality that lets live with that for thousands of years. Unchanging, and death itself can't get a hold her permanently, but definitely temporarily. And that right there is why Rin Asogi wants to die. She wants to feel the sensation of death, since death serves as catharsis of her immortality. Despite Rin Asogi loves her existence and loves her immortality, the problem is that immortality has a downside and takes a toll to anyone with immortality. That also includes Rin Asogi. To Rin, she balanced this downside by purposely dying horrifically, as dying in the worst possible way as it act as the ultimate catharsis to her immortality. Because Rin Asogi is a woman with an amazing body with hedonistic and sensationalist personality, she also seeks a horrific death that is also sexual. As the sensation of her body getting molested and mutilated serves as personal reminder that her immortality and her female body is real. So that means in this scene when Rin Asogi got caught, strapped to a weird chair, and got molested by a crazy woman, and saw all those torture devices that would most likely will end up killing her, Rin Asogi
Knew
that she came into the right place for that sweet, sweet catharsis release, which is the sensation of pain.
I had something a little different in mind. So, here's hole number 11.
Just a reminder, this close-up is to showcase Rin Asogi weird line shine across her pupils, which indicates her immortality. As the scene jumps to the aftermath or her gruesome torture, which Rin Asogi wants to feel the sensation of pain to serves as a reminder that her body is real and she is a woman with an amazing body. Which here her torture was not only gruesome and horrifying but also sexual, as we can see a chain that is hooked into her vagina and her amazing breast was pierced multiple times. Here, Rin Asogi just got the pain that she wanted, and she loves it. The pain was tremendous that despite Rin has immortality, she is still human, meaning that the pain was so tremendous that her human female body is ready to pass out because of the enormous stress that her body received torture. To Rin Asogi, this is amazing because she not only feel the sensation pain, but she also literally dying from the pain. To Rin Asogi, this is experiencing two catharsis at the same time, and the reason why Rin Asogi wants to feel death is because it serves as a reminder that her immortality is real, and she treats death not only a catharsis release moment, but also a ritual. Like a sex ritual, and this scene Rin Asogi, not only she got pain she wanted to feel, but also the death that she desire. This moment of the anime is a metaphor that Rin Asogi just had an amazing sex with death, and when the mad lady yanked her chain that is gruesomely hooked inside to her vagina. She screamed as if she just had a sexual climax, and she did. Rin Asogi just had an amazing sex with death itself.
You do realize it now, right? That you're about to die.
And Rin Asogi loves this.
She loves her existence. She loves the fact that she is a beautiful woman with an amazing sexy body that anyone wants to sleep with, molest, and sadistically toy her flesh. She loves that she perpetually stuck in her mid-20s at her physical peak and her body can't change no matter what. She loves that she infertile, which means she can engage casual, unprotected sex and still have her hymen, which means she is perpetually a virgin. And Rin Asogi has no fear of diseases because no matter which or what diseases it have zero effect on her. She loves that despite she has immortality can still experience death like a normal human. This is why Rin Asogi seeks a gruesome, painful, and sexual deaths as a catharsis. Because Rin Asogi herself can't believe that the universe has gifted her with this existence. Here, as Rin Asogi finally dies and her body is placed in a body bag, which all the stranger believes Rin Asogi is a nobody, and leaves her body alone. This eventually becomes the perfect moment for Rin's immortality to kick in, and we see the same sequence from earlier that looks like a star-like dream state sequence. Rin Asogi amazing immortality resurrect her from the dead, and her body starts to rapidly regenerate. What I love about this scene is that Rin Asogi is taking all of her piercing off like it's another Tuesday. Personally, I sorta wish that Rin Asogi kept those piercing. Especially with that chain that is gruesomely hooked into her vagina, and Rin Asogi use it like a tail. Which I wish there was a scene where Rin Asogi start running around but naked with that amazing sexy woman body. Mutilated with piercing all over her sexy body and the chain hooked deep into her vagina acting like a tail as she is running around but naked. Sadly though, later in the scene we see that her Rin eventually fully heals up and she start to grab her stuff. As she looks over and see a lab coat to cover her. I love this small screenshot as we can see her vagina still being bloody, which represents that Rin Asogi used up her amazing body. In other words, she used her immortality like a tool, like a superpower. Rin Asogi has no qualms of using her life like a disposable tool, and she enjoys it. Welp, that this is a video of showcasing of why I love Rin Asogi and why I love episode 1. Thank you for watching and goodbye.